Welcome back to SwitchOff South Africa. I'm Nicky as always, in Power Commission, change cars and all things motoring. And before I actually, tell you about this beast that I have in front of me, remember guys, please, I'm gonna promote myself here guys. I want you guys to join the memberships, the channel memberships actually, because it's 20 Rand per month. And we actually did a lot of behind the scenes, and especially today's specific one is actually interesting. So I'm gonna put a short clip so that you can see, expect in the full video.
Wow, bro, like.
And then also please subscribe to the traveling channel. I have a traveling channel, link in description box below. That's Traveling with Nicky Nash, and I'll show you when I travel, when I go outside of the province, when I'm at vehicle launches outside the province, all those type of things, and what I get up to on my own personal time with my friends and all that. So please subscribe to that channel. But today we have the big boss. You guys know I'm a big Ford fan, right? But this, watch the review. Watch the review, you'll understand why I am kindly speechless. But in this review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this vehicle, from the external look of the vehicle, interior look of the vehicle, although it looks like many other Hiluxes in terms of the interior. My overall thoughts of the vehicle, the cost, because this bakkie, or this beast, is a 1 million Rand bakkie. So we're going to speak about the cost. And speaking about the cost, if you're looking for an insurance code, you can get an insurance code in under 90 seconds through the Naked app. Click the link in the description box below and get your next insurance code. And remember what I always say when I'm speaking about Naked. If you want to insure the phone that you're watching this review on, the TV you're watching this review on, or the vehicle that you have parked in your garage, or the vehicle you're going to own in the future, please click the link in the description box below to get your insurance code. But yeah, let's go into the review of the Toyota Hilux GRS-III. So this Hilux, I actually really do like this Hilux. So up front you get your daytime running lights over here, headlamps over there, and then you get your fog lamps over there. I like how everything is LED. It's very aggressive. Then you get your Toyota lettering over here and a big grille, blacked out grille, and then you get your bash plate underneath. So this is very important. Your bash plate is over here actually. It's underneath over here and then here. So this is very important. So your off-roading, your approach angle. You see where we currently are. This is actually small terrain for it, but it's very important that you have a good ground clearance and your bash plate. So in case if you do bottom out underneath when you're off-roading, it doesn't damage like your sumps and all that stuff. And then the main difference this has over the Hiluxes that I think you guys normally see on the road is this part. So from here to here, wide body arches. So as you can see, there's this fender over here. So it actually has bigger wide body arches, and then your suspension as well is a different suspension, and your tires as well. You have all-terrain tires, so it's good for off-roading and it's good for on-road. But they do make a noise, and we'll speak about that in terms of the drive. So also, please go watch the video where we were at We Buy Cars. Towards the end, we were speaking about tires. Remember, if you watch that video, speaking about tires, and we're speaking about off-road tires, and I kept saying BF Goodrich, because it's the tire I literally see and I actually do like. And guess what tire this Hilux is sitting on? BF Goodrich. So this is what got to the vehicle up front. So when you move on to the side profile of the vehicle, this being a GR, you get a lot of GR badging actually. There's one GR badging up front over here. So let's start counting, right? This is one. Right, please, if I remember to carry on counting as the review goes, and so we can get to a number at the end. That's one. That's another GR badging. That's two. There's your off-road all-terrain tires, BF Goodrich there, and then you get your black accent mirror caps. I like that because the car has a lot of black, and this one being a white one, the white and black for me works amazing. Your Hilux lettering on the side here, it's in black, it's blacked out. You have your plastic side step, big mud flaps as well, like they're actually quite big. Then your door handle is blacked out, so I like that about the vehicle. Then you move on to the back end of the vehicle. So here where your fender arch is the same thing as the front, so you get your hole, it's actually wider, much beefier. GR badging, so that's 3. Trust me, there's more than 10 in this vehicle. There's more than 10. 3. Then you get your normal sports bar here at the back. Actually, don't mind it for the type of vehicle. I don't mind it. Then you get your cover as well. So those doesn't have a roller shutter. If you want a roller shutter, you need to get the Toyota Hilux Legend RS. That RS has nothing to do with racing, sport, or whatever. No, that's me. That RS stands for roller shutter. So if you want a Hilux with the roller shutter, you buy that one, or you buy this, remove this, put your own roller shutter. Then when you get to the back, you get your LED rear tail lamp. So I actually do like these tail lamps. I like the design. I like the LED as well. Then your reverse light is in there. Then your indicators over there. And then here, I'm gonna say this is the bumper, right? Should be a bumper. Yeah, should be a bumper. So a normal Hilux bumper, this part ends there, right? This one, because the GR Sport, this part is actually quite pronounced, much bigger, to show you that it's not just a normal Hilux. And then you get your Toyota lettering in black, so I like that. So imagine if this wasn't, if it wasn't chrome, it would look very, very odd considering the color scheme in the vehicle. So I like the Toyota badging is in black. You get your tow bar over here. So we won 3, right? Toyota badges, no, GR badges, my mistake. Hilux lettering in black, GR, that's 4. Then you get written 4x4 over there. So I don't mind. You see, if you watch my reviews, you will see that I always say I don't like too much writing at the back. For me, here works, because especially with that, I also don't like it like in certain vehicles where they'll tell you it's a front wheel drive vehicle, or you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here in a bakkie, the 4x4, it actually makes sense, because they write it there. A bakkie that doesn't have 4x4 most of the time is 4x2. There are some bakkies that don't write 4x4 that are 4x4s. So you will see a lot of bakkies will write 4x4. Some of them will write on the side over here 4x4. So if it doesn't have that stuff, it's a 4x2. So just something I should tell you there. And then you get, okay, so this part opens. The key is inside. I need to unlock, and then it'll open. Actually, let me do that for you guys right now. Next thing you guys say, this thing doesn't open. So actually, we're also gonna speak about why, another thing I don't like, and what the competition is better. So here's the key. Hey, I almost said it doesn't open. There we go. So it opens, you get your load bed over there. So why I don't like that, because, oh, but this is quite light, guys. Like one finger. Wow, this is actually quite light. But this is very old school. Bakkies nowadays, when you unlock the vehicle, this part is unlocked. When you lock the vehicle, this part locks. So I shouldn't have the key like this and also have this key. Because what if I end up losing this key? Let's just say I lose it, then what? You know? So yeah, Toyota, do better. We don't like that. So let's hop into the interior of the vehicle and look for more GR badges. Actually, I didn't see that other GR badge. My cameraman just said there's another GR badge over there. So there's a GR badge on the sports bar. That's 5, right? And before we actually go inside, also on the side, this side here, there's a GR badge. So that's 6. And then when you move up as well, there's another GR badge on this side, the exact same on that other side. So that's 7 GR badges outside the vehicle. Let's get inside and look for more. So actually, before we get in, we're on 7 GR badges, right? The key has a GR badge, so that's 8. Let's get inside. That's the lights. Let's switch that off. So the mat has a GR badge, so that's 9, right? Yes, that's 9. The mat that side has a GR badge, that's 10. The mat at the back, let's see. Okay, they don't have a GR badge at the back. Lucky, so on 10. Remember I did say there's more than 10 GR badges? I was right. So when you get in the interior, where I'm sitting, GR badge 11. So where I'm sitting, you get your steering wheel, leather wrap steering wheel. So I like this finish. I think I also said in the Tiguan video that I like this type of material where it's like almost perforated, and then your normal leather over there. So for me, it looks very good. And then the main difference this has over any other Hilux, you get your red center mark over there. GR badge here, 110, so that's 11 GR badge. This one also has a JBL sound system. It's actually quite a decent sound system. I like it, so it gets the job done. But in terms of the interior over here, that's just about it. Honestly, there's nothing to marvel about. If you've been in a Hilux over the past 5 years, this is the exact same setup. You don't get a digital instrument cluster. You do only in the center here that tells you your fuel efficiency, your speed, sometimes your cruising speed, all those type of things, and your tire temperatures, and all your warnings are over here. Then your touch screen infotainment system, it is okay, nothing too wow. It does have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but you have to connect it with a Type A port, and you only have one Type A port. So I don't have that because my phone is a newer phone. I only use Type C, so it's not a wireless, so kind of an issue there. And then yeah, that's about it. Then you get these seats. These seats actually look quite good. I actually do like them. And then on the seats as well, there is GR badging, so that's 12, then that's 13 GR badges. And then I'm trying to look for another GR badge. You might find there's another one in here. So but Buckies also have a plug point. So this one has a plug point. Most Buckies have them here. Like if you look at a Ford Ranger has a plug point over here. This one has the plug point inside your armrest. So I'm not too sure about that. I prefer the plug point being outside, because when it's here, it's kind of limited in terms of space, putting in what you'd like to put in. So let me just start the vehicle. So I want to show you what it has over here. So I'm gonna, so that doesn't start too loud. GR, you see, look there, GR. We were on 13, so that's 14. Although the GR badge disappeared, it still said GR, so that's 14. So as I was saying, it shows you the range and everything there. And then, yeah, that's about it. See, normal touchscreen infotainment system, nothing too fancy, nothing too wow, just gets the job done. I have an issue with it because they're not adapting, they're not doing the whole fancy things like all the new cars are doing. But I feel like Toyota's going with the thing that if it's not broken, don't fix it. Before we go for the drive, I need to come back outside and tell you, because we're stopped at 14 GR badges. There's a GR badge on the brake caliper, the cover, GR badge. So that's 15, that's 16 on that side. This car has 16 GR badges, and I feel like I missed a whole lot more. I'm gonna open the bonnet now. Actually, let me open the bonnet whilst I am with you, and let's see if it has a GR badge up front. It'll be amazing. Okay. Yeah, Toyota, you're lucky. 16 GR badges. There should be more though. So if you own this vehicle or you know where the other GR badges are, comment. But for now, let's go for a drive. And let's go for a drive. So we're at that point where I need to tell you about the drive of this vehicle. So being a Hilux, being a bakkie, this one actually can feel that it is a bakkie. It is very rigid, it is very big, and in a good way when I say such things. So over here, you're looking at a 4-cylinder, 2.8 liter turbo diesel, which produces 165 kilowatts and 550 Newton meters of torque. For me, in this vehicle, is more than enough. It gets the job done. When you're off-roading, like as you can see on the overplay videos right now, we're doing some light off-road. For me, it was perfect. It gets the job done. There's no point in time where I thought, like, I wish I had more power when I'm off-roading. And also when I'm on the highway, like, it actually gets to speed quite quickly. When you put things like a Raptor into consideration, because the Raptor has that V6, the sound, all those things, then in this, you'd wish that Toyota had done something that matches that in terms of the sound, the power, but exclude the Raptor. Imagine that Raptor didn't exist. This bakkie is just perfect in terms of the power delivery, what it gets you. Put your foot down, as you can see, it goes. And then it has this thing that is only for the GR models, where every gear you get a kick. As you're driving, it kicks you. Like it's a very good kick. As you drive, it kicks you. So overall, for me, the drive of this vehicle, I actually do like it. On the suspension it's sitting on, it's a bit more rigid and stiff, and that's made for off-roading. So I do understand it. So when you're driving like this, any small road imperfection, you will feel it. If you're going over road imperfections, you will feel it. There should be a hump coming up front. It handles humps quite well, but you do feel them a lot more. So there's a hump coming. I'm gonna show you guys right now. You'll even see it on the camera. I'm gonna go over it at 40, like it's you can feel it, but it gets it done. So I actually don't mind it there. But overall, the drive, it is okay. When you move on to the fuel efficiency of the vehicle, I think that's maybe where the downside of it, considering it is a 4-cylinder. So currently, even if you look there, it will show you that I'm currently averaging 12 liters. The best I've done is around 10 liters, but that's when I was really trying to save. But for the normal day-to-day drive, when I'm driving normally like this, and maybe a few acceleration pulls from day to day here and there, you will be averaging 12 liters. And for me, I think that's a bit of a problem. So I've had the car, my current range is 169. I've done just close to 500k. So that means on one tank in this vehicle, you're looking at around 600, 700, whereas the competition can easily do 800. So that's something that maybe be a downside for this vehicle. But overall, I actually do like this vehicle. So we're at that important part, well, I think is the most important part of any review, is where I speak about the pricing of this bike and my recommendation and the competition and who we should compete with and all those type of things. So for me personally, this car, and people always say we should compete this car with a Ranger Raptor. Honestly, a Ranger Raptor for me is in a league of its own because off-road capabilities, they're the same, essentially. This is good, the Raptor is good. When it comes to power, this can't match the Raptor, right? But there is a Ranger that you can put alongside this, which I actually compete, although that Ranger is 70,000 Rand more than this, but it's a great competitor. So because I'll speak about that buggy just now. The Ranger is 270,000 Rand more than this, and I'll come back to that at the end of this whole conversation. So the buggy that Toyota should be aiming at in terms of at the Ford stable is essentially the Ford Ranger Wildtrak X. You're seeing it on the videos. I've had it on test. That's a buggy that's also off-road focused. So that's basically a mini Raptor. It's as much as it's not mini, but it's essentially a smaller Raptor, and it and the Tremor essentially are the smaller Raptor. But the Wildtrak X is 70,000 Rand more than this. So it's in and around the competition and the pricing of this vehicle, and I think that's why you need to compare the Wildtrak X to this. That also gets off-road tires. It gets a different off-road suspension compared to like a normal Ranger Wildtrak. So definitely, as this gets a different suspension from a normal Toyota Hilux, compete those two. And then within the mix, you also throw in from Isuzu, throw in something called AT35. I've had it on test. You are seeing it on the play videos. So definitely those three for me are where you should be looking at in terms of competition. And I'll tell you between those three which one I like the most. It's actually a very tricky question. I know my number three. I'll tell you right now. My number three is the AT35. Number 2 and 1 is the other two that are remaining, and I'll tell you towards the end which one I choose and when I speak about the Ranger Raptor. But the pricing of this one, so it's actually under R1 million, surprisingly enough. But it's under R1 million by 1,000 Rand. Those cars priced at 999,000 Rand for this. It is a lot of money, but it's okay. I'm not mad at it. It's a lot of money, but I'm not mad at it. I think that's a nice way of saying it. I'm not mad at it because I've driven it, I've felt it. You do kind of feel and see where your million is going. As much as you'd expect a bit more features here and there. For me, not too mad at it, but it is okay. And when you take this vehicle to the Change Class Vehicle Finance Calculator and you finance this vehicle over a period of 5 years, which is 60 months, at an interest rate of 12.25% with no deposit and no balloon payment, you're looking at paying for this vehicle on a monthly basis 22,300 Rand for this vehicle. Every month, 22,000 leaving my pocket for this vehicle. It's okay. I could take it. It is okay, I could take it. And if you're looking for insurance code, you can get an insurance code in under 90 seconds through the Naked app. Click the link in the description box below. It's very important to get your next insurance code. Like I always say, it's a new thing on the channel. If you are looking at getting an insurance code, link in the description box below. For the phone you're watching my review on, the TV you're watching the review on, or even anything else that's in your household, click the link in the description box below for your next insurance code, or the car that you have parked, or the car you're about to get in the near future. Link in the description box below. Very important to click that link. Yeah, and insurance for this vehicle, you know it's a Toyota. So I actually didn't look at how much it would cost me to insure this vehicle. I'm actually going to put it up on the screen right now. Insurance code for this vehicle is what you're seeing on the screen. Hopefully it's not a lot. You guys will tell me. Hopefully it's not a lot. I'm only going to see it in edit. And yeah, that's with regards to this vehicle. And when you move on to that important question, it's two important questions. Which one would I take between the Toyota Hilux, this one, and the Wildtrak X? Tough, but I think I'll lean more. I think if I'm buying the vehicle and I'm going to change it after 3 years, definitely the Ford. But if I wanted to keep, definitely the Hilux. It's a very good vehicle, and when you're driving it, it doesn't feel like something is gonna break, if I should say. And when I'm here, for example, I'm not scared. When I'm here off-roading, I'm not scared. I can just go, because I feel like it's hard. It's meant for this. As much as the Ford is capable of doing all the off-road things, but because of the luxuriousness that's found in the Ford compared to this, I feel like I'm gonna break it. Like it's I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but in the Ford, I feel like if I came here, I wouldn't be as hard on it as I'm hard on the Hilux. It's just me. It's just a mental thing that's going through my head. So I think in that aspect of things, that's where I would, if I want luxuriousness, I'll lean more to the Ford. But if I want tough and I'm gonna keep it for a long time, definitely the Hilux. It is a good offering, and I feel like if you flip a coin and you get either or, get it. You know the issues with the Hilux. aside from it being a Hilux, you know the issues. Your hustling boyfriends, your hustling friends love this thing. So that's another thing that will sway me away from owning one. But overall, that's my full review of this vehicle. Another question for you guys. Let's just say you have the money, all right? Or let's just say, yeah, you can afford. Would you buy this over a Ranger Raptor and keep that and save that 270,000 rand, or push your budget and get a Ranger Raptor? So spend close to 300,000 rand more for the Ranger Raptor over this. And with that, I leave this review over there. Please, guys, comment, let's engage, tell me what you think. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see your comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Nicky, Empower Car Mission, change cars and all things motoring. You're looking for insurance, click the link in the description box below. Naked, we'll sort you out. I'll see you guys in the next one.